war is not alien in Europe. It is part and parcel of the fabric of its societies. Europe then took its bloodthirstiness in pillaging, corrupting, destroying, and stealing from many non-white nations, some of which it colonized with unmitigated savagery and violence. The only reason we see white people as natives of countries like Canada, the US, and Australia, to name a few, is because their ancestors savaged the indigenous inhabitants of these territories with violence and pure evil. Now, Mr. "We are very much not a racist family" is shamelessly parroting racist rhetoric, which dehumanizes lives of black people fleeing war. And this is where the origins come from. The history of the United Kingdom itself is dominated by violent wars and division to date among itself. Let's not forget the 100 Years' War over territories about who sits on a throne. In my opinion, Britain has been the most responsible for wars, any bloodshed that span continents. European wars in recent memory, such as Bosnia, Crimea, Kosovo, Chechnya, to name a few. What about ethnic cleansing, concentration camps, and mass killings in Europe over the past decade? To date, wars which have erupted in countries in Africa and Asia have had the fingerprints of Europeans all over it, be it directly or indirectly, that have instigated and or escalated the wars there. So Prince William should re-examine what he means by alien, because violence and war is in the DNA of Europe and in his bloodline. Mr. "We are very much not a racist family" is giving real energy in shamelessly parroting racist rhetoric, normalizing wars outside Europe, which inevitably dehumanizes lives of many black and brown people fleeing from war-torn countries and fuels the continued dehumanization of their lives and how they are treated as refugees. Prince William knows better but chooses to do the opposite because he is utterly indifferent to racism in all its forms experienced by Africans and Asians. Intentional or not, overt or covert, casual or not, racism is racism and cannot be layered into categories of okay, bad, and very bad. It is all bad and simply not acceptable at any age, period of time, and in any circumstances. Prince William epitomizes the problem of downplaying racism by excusing behaviors, just like what UK tabloids are trying to do for him right now. Some have even called his comments little small talk. That's what they've said. And Prince William is a racist has been trending the entire day, and now they're covering up for him. And as I continue, and as I've said, Prince William epitomizes the problem of downplaying racism by excusing behaviors, language, and actions that ultimately negatively impact the quality of life and choice of Black, Asians, and other non-white ethnic groups. For those who are hardcore apologists of racism and spring to defend Prince William as a victim of woke culture, let me use your own argument to rebuff your hypocrisy. Is or is not Prince William, in your words, a product of his time? A time of George Floyd's racially motivated murder, a time of the global Black Lives Matter movement, a time of COVID vaccine apartheid to countries in Africa, Asia, and the global south, a time of aggravated racially motivated abuse and violence against Black and brown people, and a time of growing disparity of imbalance of power between West and the global South. Is product of his time, not the position you consistently take to defend memorialized slave traders, white supremacy ideology, and whitewashed British history. So what is your excuse for Prince William, a product of his time in 2022, who should know better? If Prince William did not mean to normalize wars and conflict in countries in Africa, Asia, what was the basis for saying what he's seeing in Ukraine war is alien in Europe? Stop gaslighting. Prince William must be held to account for his depraved indifference From the time he failed to lead and express an equivocal objection at the racist abuse of his sister-in-law, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, he lost credibility, while his silence and complicity fuels the racism we condemn today. I want to repeat that part. From the time he failed, Prince William failed to lead and express an equivocal objection at the racist abuse that his sister-in-law, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, he lost credibility, while his silence and complicity fuels the racism we condemn today. Words have power, meaning, and consequence. The word of the future King of England is no exception. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the squad, you've heard that all by yourself. You've heard every single thing that I have said. You've heard the racist rhetoric by journalists about what's happening in Ukraine. You've heard everything. You've seen basically what has happened to Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. As she said, basically that the royals are perpetuating falsehoods against her, and how they were willing to lie to protect other members of the family, and were unwilling to tell the truth about Meghan and Prince Harry. And they are lying right now by giving us a poor quality video to show that Prince William only said that war was alien in Europe only. And clearly it clearly shows that they're trying to cover up for him. They're trying to cover up for Prince William. They're trying to cover up for Prince William. And it's failing. It's really, really not working. Now, they've tried to get majority of people to extract those comments that were written in that article about Prince William saying that war is alien in Europe, that's only in Africa and Asia. And Omid Scobie tweeted and said this, and I quote, "Below is an extract from Richard Palmer, someone who reports on the royals. Full copy filed to UK papers and basically the press association after he covered yesterday's royal visit, Prince William's visit. Being the only journalist there, Palmer's sole job was to share reporting to the outlets not present. There would be no royal beat without the pool system. And yes, it was shared. Now, the reporting was used by multiple outlets, the Daily Mail, royal editor, and seemed reliable to comment on, hours after others had reacted. Now, when an ITV video showed Palmer's paraphrased Asia or Africa quote was wrong, he retracted his tweet and shared corrections. And that video, I would like to note, is of very, very poor quality. Very, very poor quality. And basically, they've been trashing Omid for basically quoting the words of the so-called Rota when he talked about it and tweeted about it. And family, why are Rota journalists sharing a poor quality 20 seconds video? Not the difference between those kinds of videos, if you're on Twitter that is. The full video should be released. And Prince William is a racist and serious. Gaslighting black people and people of color is not going to work this time. And make no mistake about one thing. I want to tell you something. This will not be the last time that you hear racist rhetoric coming from Prince William. It won't be the last time you hear racist rhetoric coming from Prince William. You'll hear it again and again and again. And they won't pretend to hide. You won't be able to hide. He won't be able to hide his racism. Because as I say to you, racists shall never be able to hide their racism. And we all saw what they did and how they have tried to mop up for William today. Even if you exclude the Asia or Africa mention, what he said was still ignorant, and what many would call a dog whistle. Now, and at this point, I'm not even willing to exclude the Africa or Asia comment. Now, because the fact that even the video that they published is such a poor quality, very, very poor quality, and you can clearly see that it's been edited, and they have not released the full video, and they're protecting Prince William again. And the more you protect him, is the more he will have to keep doing all this evil stuff. The proper thing to do will just be to apologize. But Prince William will never ever apologize for making racist comments. Now, family, we'll talk about more in our next podcast. But for now, stay tuned to our next video. And thank you for liking, subscribing, and supporting our ever-growing family on YouTube. With so much love, stay tuned to our next video. Love you. Hello and welcome back to Sussex Family TV. As I end this podcast, I'd like to thank you so much for watching our video. It means the absolute world to us. Kindly like, subscribe, and support our ever-growing family on YouTube. Kindly hit that like and subscribe button for daily and consistent content we post every single day. And it will mean the absolute world to us if you support our channel by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below. If you wish to donate to our channel, kindly send to our PayPal email briankiputo95@gmail.com in our description box, or to our Netala account, also briankiputo95@gmail.com. Your support will mean the absolute world to us, with PayPal being the preferred option for this channel. Kindly stay tuned to our next video, and thank you so much to every single person that has ever supported our family. With so much love, stay tuned to our next video, and I'm hoping that you're having a great, fantastic day, and this podcast made you feel much better. Have a great day, family. Thank you.